I'm Coach Rochet with Train Heroic, and we're going to talk a little bit about internal rotation and external rotation, primarily around the shoulder, maybe a little bit at the hip. You're going to hear these terms, and you just want to know what they mean and how it affects you as an athlete and the positions that you want to be in. When we're talking about the shoulder, a lot of times, because of all the time we spend sitting and at computers, we are internally rotated, and that's kind of this position where the shoulders pulled in like this, we're kind of hunched over. That's not a good, strong position to be in as an athlete, especially when you're lifting a load or in pretty much any athletic discipline that you're doing. What we want is to be externally rotated, pretty much having the shoulders back in their natural position back there, you know, the good proud posture our parents have always taught us to be in. One way to notice it right away is if a person is internally rotated, when they're just standing there, their thumbs will be facing each other. If they have good posture, their thumbs should be pointing forward like that. So that's one way you can diagnose yourself or other people. In a lot of the exercise we do, you'll hear that we want to squeeze the shoulder blades together, or we want to be externally rotated. When you do bench press, you don't want to bench press like this. You want to have the shoulder blades squeezed back together. You want to be externally rotated here. You also want to rotate those elbows in. That's a little more of that external rotation to make sure that the elbows aren't flaring out. So those are the positions we're looking at in that position. When we're going overhead, same thing. We want the shoulders back. And when we're holding an overhead squat overhead, we want those elbows rotated so that they're pointing straight down at the ground and not back behind us. That would be internal rotation there. We want to be externally rotated. Armpits forward, elbows pointing straight down to the ground. That's a strong position overhead. This is a position of impingement overhead. And even when we're talking about when we're doing things at the hip, we never want to see our athletes come in like this, whether they're doing a box jump or a squat or a swing or a push press. We don't want the knees to come in. We actually want the knees pushed out so they're tracking over the toes. So when you squat, you want to push those knees out. When you do a vertical jump, you want to make sure that the knees don't cave in, you push them out. All those different exercises, push those knees out. So that's why it's important to you as an athlete for injury prevention to put you in strong positions. And that's pretty much all you need to know about those terms so you get into the right position, you're doing the exercise correctly.